Okay, I'm going to start this podcast with a disclaimer. I want to make something clear before I begin. This episode is a tribute. It is not an allegation, and it is not a disclosure of private family court proceedings. I will not discuss confidential court documents, specific orders, or the content of hearings. Everything shared here is either matter of public record, personal lived experience, or reflection on broader patterns observed over time. This episode is offered with respect for Hayley, for her children, for her sister, her parents, and her wider family. Its purpose is reflection, remembrance, and understanding, not blame. 9 years on, a tribute to Hayley. Hayley actually passed away a week ago on Monday. This episode marks 9 years since the death of Hayley, a mother who collapsed and died during a family court hearing. This is a tribute offered with respect for Hayley, for her children, for her sister, her parents, and her wider family. It is not an allegation, and it does not disclose private family court proceedings. No confidential court details are discussed. Instead, this episode reflects on loss, separation, and the long-term impact that family court involvement can have on mothers and families. 9 years on, Hayley's death continues to raise important questions about how maternal distress is recognised, understood, and responded to. This episode is a tribute to Hayley, a mother who died 9 years ago after collapsing at a family court hearing. It is also an invitation to pause, to reflect, and to show respect, not only for Hayley, but for her children, her sister, her parents, and her wider family. Hayley was a daughter, a sister, an aunt, and above all, a mother. Her parents lost a child. Her sister lost a sister. Her nephews and nieces lost someone who mattered deeply to them. Her children lost their mother. It has now been 9 years since Hayley's death. Time has passed, but the questions raised by her death have not faded. 9 years is long enough to step back from shock and look honestly at patterns, outcomes, and consequences. What can be said respectfully is that Hayley's children remained within their family, cared for by relatives who stepped in to protect and support them. That speaks to family strength and love in the face of tragedy. Hayley had been involved in the family court system over a period of time, and at the time of her death, she was experiencing separation from her children and ongoing court involvement. I cannot and will not discuss private court details, but it is clear that she was under significant emotional strain. I speak about this with care because I know how real this distress can be. I myself collapsed during a supervised contact with my own daughter. She clung to me, crying and begging me to take her home. I could feel her fear in my body. I was told the contact would be stopped because she was distressed. I was instructed to take my daughter outside and place her in their car. She was crying and screaming, clinging to me. And I was trying to comply while she was visibly terrified. As I tried to do that, my body suddenly shut down. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't get air into my lungs. I collapsed in the road and I genuinely thought that I was going to die. My daughter was witnessing this, and when the ambulance arrived to take me to hospital, that collapse wasn't a choice or a reaction that I could control. It was a physical response to acute distress. I can't exactly know how that affected her, but I believe witnessing that has had a lasting impact on her. Separation distress is not abstract. It is physical. It is embodied. After losing my own daughter through the family court system, I offered my help to Hayley's family, warning of patterns I had seen, including decisions being made without parental consent. I was later invited to Hayley's funeral. It was a profound and heartbreaking experience. A reminder of the waste of a beautiful life and a loving mother. This tribute is not about blame. It is about remembering Hayley with dignity and about recognising the long-term impact that separation and loss can have on mothers and families. 9 years on, remembering Hayley remains an act of responsibility. That was quite hard, but things have to be said. Tributes to brave mothers. In closing, in my next podcast, I'm going to go through an anonymous family court outcomes form. And I'm going to go through why this form matters. And when my podcast starts to grow authentically, these forms are very important. So thank you for listening. Please press the like button, share, and please watch my next podcast. Thank you.